Hello, citizen fan. Today we have plenty of updates to share about Manchester City and the club's movements in the transfer window. Before we begin, make sure to leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news about the team. Let's get started. Manchester City is at a crucial moment of strategic planning, aiming to further strengthen a squad already considered one of the best in Europe. One of the main targets of this transfer window is Andrea Cambiaso, the Italian fullback from Juventus, who has caught Pep Guardiola's attention. According to recent reports, the Spanish manager has made it clear that Cambiaso is the club's #1 priority, aiming to reinforce the left-back position and add versatility on the right, especially with Kyle Walker's imminent departure to AC Milan. Cambiaso's name has been widely discussed, not only for his technical quality, but also for the tactical impact he could bring to City. At 24 years old, the fullback is a complete player, combining defensive solidity with attacking support, qualities that are essential to Guardiola's style of play. However, this deal promises to be a tough one. Juventus is taking a firm stance, insisting they won't accept offers below $67.6 million, while Manchester City is prepared to go up to $55 million, including bonuses. This gap in valuation could be a hurdle, but the English club seems determined to test Juve's resolve with an official bid in the coming days. The pursuit of Cambiaso is also a reflection of a transitional phase within the squad. After a frustrating defeat to Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League, City recognized the need to adjust some areas before the clash against Club Brugge. However, time is not on the club's side. In addition to City, other teams are monitoring Cambiaso's situation, which could complicate negotiations further. Will the board manage to complete this signing before competitors step in? Another interesting aspect is the statement made by Juventus manager Thiago Motta, who tried to downplay the rumors by declaring Cambiaso non-transferable. Nevertheless, in the transfer market, such declarations don't always reflect reality. With the right offer, anything can change. While City works on securing Cambiaso, the club is also active on other fronts. During this window, they have already signed defender Duer Kusanov, center-back Vorri, and forward Omar Marish, spending a total of $126 million. Marish, in particular, has stood out for his versatility, being capable of playing in multiple attacking positions, something Guardiola undoubtedly appreciates. And we cannot overlook the impact that Erling Haaland continues to have on the club. The Norwegian recently extended his contract until 2034, solidifying his role as a central figure in City's project. While some experts, such as Alan Shearer, believe Haaland could break historic Premier League goal records, others doubt he will stay at the club until the end of his contract. Regardless, his presence is a massive asset for the team. Now, fans, we want to hear your opinion. Do you think Andrea Cambiaso is the right piece to strengthen the squad? Should City increase their offer to secure the Italian signing? Share your thoughts in the comments. Moving on to other updates, let's discuss potential departures from the squad. One name drawing attention is the young Divine Mukasa, who has attracted interest from clubs like Bayer Leverkusen and Ajax. Mukasa does not yet have a professional contract with City, making direct negotiations for his transfer easier. This situation raises questions about how the club manages its academy talents. Bayer Leverkusen and Ajax are known for providing playing time to young prospects, which could be a decisive factor for Mukasa. On the other hand, if City wants to keep him, the solution would be to offer a professional contract, ensuring greater control over his future and potentially increasing his market value. This dynamic is not uncommon. Manchester City often recruits the best young talents from around the world for their academy, but faces the challenge of balancing development with opportunities in the first team. Is the club on the verge of losing another academy gem? Another player at the center of attention is Kyle Walker, who, after years of service to the club, has signed a loan deal with AC Milan until the end of the season. The agreement includes a purchase option worth $5 million depending on the fullback's performance. Walker, regarded as one of the best right-backs in City's and the Premier League's history, leaves behind a legacy of success and unforgettable memories. His departure, however, highlights the need to find worthy replacements, which explains City's interest in Cambiaso. Lastly, let's talk about Sverre Nypan, an 18-year-old Norwegian midfielder being pursued by Manchester City, Arsenal, and Manchester United. The Rosenborg player has attracted attention for his maturity and technical ability, making him one of the brightest prospects in European football. Reports suggest Nypan recently visited Manchester to tour the club's facilities and discuss a potential transfer. Arsenal, however, promises quicker integration into their first team, while City has a different plan. The strategy would be to sign him and loan him to Girona, a club within the City football group, to gain experience in La Liga. This approach could be beneficial for Nypan's development, but will it be enough to convince him to choose City over other options? This pursuit of Sverre Nypan reflects Manchester City's intense efforts in the transfer market to balance youth and experience within the squad. While Arsenal appears to be an attractive option for young players due to their academy-focused philosophy, City offers a global development network. Girona, part of the City football group, has already proven to be an effective destination for young talents to develop before returning ready to perform at the highest level. This type of planning highlights how focused City is on maintaining long-term competitiveness. Although it is risky to bet on young players who may take years to reach their full potential, the approach is also strategic. After all, players like Phil Foden and Rico Lewis demonstrate that when properly developed, such athletes can become key assets for the club. Returning to Cambiaso's situation, it's impossible to ignore the relevance he would have in Pep Guardiola's tactical system. With Kyle Walker leaving and Josko Guardiola taking on a more flexible role in defense, Cambiaso could take up a hybrid position, covering both left and right back. Guardiola is known for reinventing the roles of his players, and Cambiaso, with his adaptability, seems like the type of athlete who could thrive under the Catalan coach's guidance. However, Juventus holds a strong position. Cambiaso is a valued player, and manager Thiago Motta understands that losing him could compromise the team's balance. This explains the public statements from the manager urging the club to keep the player, but it is also a clear sign that any negotiation will require patience and persistence. If City is truly prepared to invest heavily in Cambiaso, this raises an important question. What impact will this transfer have on other areas of the squad? The club has already spent over $120 million in this window, and adding another major investment might mean some priorities are postponed. On the other hand, City's board has shown over the years that they are not afraid to spend when they believe in a player's potential. Meanwhile, fans are eagerly waiting to see how the club will resolve these matters. Will Pep Guardiola secure another signing to continue shaping his team according to his vision? Or will City face frustrations similar to those of past transfer windows, where priority targets slipped away? Beyond the negotiations for Cambiaso and Nypan, another factor that could influence the club's decisions is the team's current performance this season. The defeat to Paris Saint-Germain set off alarm bells at City. Despite being one of the most dominant teams in the Premier League, the Champions League remains a challenge. This competition requires not just quality, but also squad depth. Cambiaso and Nypan could be short and long-term solutions to strengthen the team and take on Europe's top contenders. However, an intriguing question remains. How do you integrate new players without disrupting the existing squad chemistry? Players like Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva have been crucial to City's success, but that doesn't mean the team is complete. The departure of experienced players like Kyle Walker could create opportunities for new leaders to emerge, but also underscores the need to maintain a solid core of players who understand Guardiola's system. This generational transition is always delicate. Guardiola, known for his attention to detail, will need to find the perfect balance between promoting promising young players like Nypan and bringing in ready-made reinforcements like Cambiaso. This task requires not only tactical vision, but also the ability to manage the egos and expectations of a star-studded squad. Another point worth highlighting is City's position in the international market. The club already has a global presence in terms of scouting and strategic partnerships, such as the City Football Group. This network allows City to identify talents like Sverre Nypan and offer them a unique development pathway. However, it also creates challenges in ensuring these young talents have real opportunities to shine in the first team. Finally, Erling Haaland's renewal until 2034 raises an interesting question. Is City planning a long-term project centered around the striker? While some analysts, such as Alan Shearer, believe Haaland won't stay at the club for that long, others see his renewal as a clear sign that City is building something enduring. If the club manages to keep Haaland for many years, he could not only become the Premier League's all-time top scorer, but also the face of a new era of success for City. Now, Citizen fan, we want to hear from you. How do you think City should handle this transfer window? Are Cambiaso and Nypan the right choices to strengthen the squad? And what are your thoughts on Kyle Walker's departure? Share your opinions in the comments. Considering everything discussed so far, one thing is certain. Manchester City is in a unique position. As one of the most powerful clubs in world football, they have the resources and influence to shape their destiny. However, this also comes with enormous responsibility. Every decision made now could have lasting impacts both on and off the pitch. The situation with Divine Mukasa, for example, is a reminder of the importance of nurturing the academy. If City manages to keep him, it could send a positive message to other young talents. But if he ends up transferring to clubs like Bayer Leverkusen or Ajax, it would raise questions about City's ability to integrate their prospects into the first team. Meanwhile, the Cambiaso saga promises to be one of the most intriguing stories of this window. Will City be able to overcome Juventus's resistance, and how will this affect the rest of the squad? Time will tell, but one thing is certain. City fans can expect plenty of excitement in the coming weeks. With so much activity in the transfer market, it is clear that Manchester City is focused on maintaining their dominance in English football while remaining competitive in Europe. The pursuit of Andrea Cambiaso reflects a commitment to strengthening specific areas of the squad. But it also shows that the club understands the importance of planning for the future. Modern football demands not only quality, but also versatility. Players like Cambiaso, capable of playing in multiple positions, are extremely valuable, especially for a manager like Pep Guardiola, who loves to explore different tactical systems. At the same time, Kyle Walker's departure marks the end of an era. Walker was instrumental to City's success in recent years, providing consistency and leadership during crucial moments. His move to AC Milan can be seen as a new challenge in his career, but also leaves a gap that needs to be filled. This adds even more urgency to the negotiations for Cambiaso. After all, the team needs someone who can not only maintain the standard, but also bring something new to the squad. However, Cambiaso's potential arrival shouldn't just be seen as a replacement. He offers something few fullbacks in European football possess, a combination of solid defensive skills and the ability to contribute offensively. Moreover, his versatility would allow Guardiola to deploy different tactical setups, such as a back-three formation or a more conventional system with advancing fullbacks. Meanwhile, Sverre Nypan is another name drawing attention. At just 18 years old, he is already showing immense potential, and his signing would be a strategic move for the club's future. While still young and likely needing time to adapt to the highest level, City appears willing to invest in his development. The proposal of an initial loan to Girona, part of the City football group, makes perfect sense in this context. It ensures he gets regular playing time while preparing to eventually join City's first team. City's transfer strategy in this window also reflects a broader trend in football, the need to think globally. With a network of clubs that includes teams like Girona, New York City FC, and Melbourne City, Manchester City has access to resources and opportunities that few other clubs can match. This allows them to be aggressive in the market, identifying young talents like Nypan before other European giants can compete. However, this approach also comes with challenges. Players like Nypan might wonder whether they'll have real opportunities in the first team or end up as just another name in a growing list of young prospects loaned out to other clubs. That's why City needs to not only sign these talents, but also demonstrate that there is a clear pathway to success within the club. Another important aspect of this transfer window is the impact these moves have on the dressing room. Bringing in new players can revitalize the squad, but also create challenges in terms of integration and chemistry. Guardiola, however, has a proven track record of managing star-studded squads and ensuring all players align with the team's vision. His ability to adapt players to new positions and roles will also be crucial, especially with so many changes taking place. Turning to performances on the pitch, it's impossible to ignore Erling Haaland's impact. With his contract extended until 2034, City has sent a clear message. They are building a team around one of the biggest stars in world football. Haaland has already broken numerous records since joining the club, and his presence not only raises the team's level, but also attracts other players who want to play alongside such a special talent. However, as Alan Shearer has pointed out, there are doubts about whether Haaland will truly stay at the club until the end of his contract. Football is unpredictable, and players of his caliber often attract interest from other European giants. Still, the renewal signals City's commitment to maintaining their position at the top of world football. Beyond Haaland, other key players like Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and Rodri remain vital to the team's success. However, City must think about the future. The addition of young talents like Nypan and the pursuit of versatile players like Cambiaso show that the club is focused on building a squad capable of competing at the highest level for years to come. Meanwhile, Manchester City fans are eagerly awaiting how this transfer window will unfold. There is a sense of optimism, but also of expectation. Every move in the market is scrutinized, and the club knows it is under pressure to deliver results. The defeat to PSG served as a reminder that, despite all their domestic success, the Champions League remains the ultimate goal. The upcoming match against Club Brugge will be an opportunity for City to bounce back and prove they are still one of Europe's strongest teams. However, to achieve success in the competition, the squad will need depth and players who can make a difference in decisive matches. With all this in mind, it's clear that Manchester City is at a crucial moment. The decisions made in this transfer window will have a significant impact, not only on this season but also in the years to come. Whether it's bringing in Andrea Cambiaso to strengthen the fullback positions, signing Sverre Nypan as a future prospect, or dealing with the departure of experienced players like Kyle Walker, the club must ensure every move is carefully planned. And that's it, City fans. These are the latest updates on our Manchester City, always looking to strengthen the squad and stay at the top of world football. Now it's over to you. Share your thoughts on these negotiations and what you expect for the future of our team in the comments. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like on the video to support the channel and ensure more fans like you get access to these updates. And, of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news about City. Together, we'll follow every step of this incredible journey. A big hug, and see you in the next video.